What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and today I want to talk about my theory that Hector Barbosa is going to die in Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales. Now, Barbosa, Jack's first mate, has become really a very popular character in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. He was the villain in the first movie, and he's been fantastic in every one since. Obviously, the second one, he shows up right at the end, but he's been phenomenal to the point where you could argue he is at equal. He's equal to Jack Sparrow to a lot of people, and I think Jack Sparrow is my favorite character in the franchise, but Barbosa is definitely my personal number 2 for sure. He is such a good character. He's very funny. He's a great main character while also kind of being like the supporting person. But in this video, I want to talk about how I believe he's going to die in this movie. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I think that, and we're going to talk about them, and we're going to go into it. We're not going to talk about really the story after that, because Tyler and I are going to have a pretty big Pirates theory video where we discuss what we think is going to kind of happen at the end of Pirates 5 and what we think Pirates 6 is going to be, just from what we've seen so far. So super early on, but we have some ideas, and I think we're pretty close. So Barbosa is going to die. That's my opinion, and that's my thought. And, as soon as I saw the second teaser trailer, which we're still calling it a teaser trailer for some reason, the Super Bowl trailer, as soon as I saw it, the very first thing that popped into my mind, I texted Tyler, I said, I think they're going to kill Barbosa. And, I made the reaction video to it, or the analysis, and then I watched it again many times in the Disney YouTube channel. And I looked at the comments, and actually a lot of people were saying the same thing. A lot of people were saying, does anybody else have the feeling that Barbosa is going to die? And I was like, okay, I'm not the only one. And I think that kind of shows what they're aiming for. Now, the cinematography in this movie is going to be very different than the other ones. And people were commenting that it's going to be much, much better. And I do agree. It's a foreign cinematographer. It's different than the one they had for On Stranger Tides. So it's going to be a different shot movie. And I think that's very, very good. The trailer shows that. And just the kind of the foreshadowing they were doing in this movie, to me, leads to Barbosa dying. So let's talk about a little bit about the story and what I think, how this could lead to it. So Salazar, Captain Salazar, escapes the Devil's Triangle, and he's out to kill all pirates. Now, his main person he's going after is Jack Sparrow, obviously, okay? He has a grudge with Jack Sparrow. Everybody does. But he has a grudge with Jack, and he's going after Jack. But his goal is to eliminate all pirates, and you see that in the trailer, where he just is destroying ships. He drives his ship directly through other ships and destroys them. And Barbosa is a pirate, right? And Barbosa kind of switches sides to the winning side a lot. You see he's still in the British uniform. Maybe he's hiding. Maybe he's hiding from Salazar because he knows of what's going on. But, in the trailer you see Salazar's ship come face to face with Barbosa, and then Barbosa's staring out, and Salazar is in the background standing there. You see that. You see another shot of Barbosa kind of walking up the deck of the ship and looking out. Maybe that's the same exact shot where he's walking out. He sees Salazar's ship coming up, and then it cuts to the part where he's just looking at it. And then you also see the part where he's walking in kind of like the dark tunnel with his peg leg and all that stuff, and he's walking. And that's not a lot to go off of, I agree. It's not a lot. But to just put him in those kind of situations where he's mingling with Salazar really makes me think, how is he going to get out of it? He was almost outmatched in his fight with Blackbeard. I didn't think for a second he was going to die or anything like that in 4. But, he's getting older, even in the movie of Barbosa's time, where he can't do as much. His leg's gone. So he's not really the pirate he once was, and which makes him almost an easy target to attack. And if Salazar really is going after all pirates, Barbosa is on that hit list. Another reason I think this could happen is they've said that that Pirates 5, cast, director, lots of people have said, Pirates 5 is shooting, or Dead Man Tell No Tales, is kind of like Pirates 1. They want to take it back to the very first movie. It's going to have kind of that dark, and well, that's another thing, but it's it's a lot like Pirates 1. You know, it's got the whole mystical, like the whole undead element, which Barbosa had and Salazar has. And, you know, it also has the darker theme, and I think that is one of the major reasons why I think so. If it's like Pirates 1 was a darker movie, with us just kind of learning about the universe, but it was dark. Like, the things that were happening were not, like, all pleasant. And this movie, so far, what we've seen, looks to be the exact same thing. You know, in the first teaser trailer, it was very dark. Salazar is just cutting up the men that he's just slashing through to get to Will's son. And then the second trailer kind of has, it's not as dark, like, just in terms of, like, actual light. Like, there's more daytime scenes in this one. But it still looks like a darker movie. Like, they show Salazar's evilness, and they show what he's doing. And I think that because this movie is aimed at a darker, it's going to be a darker movie. And a thing that could very well happen in darker movies is killing characters. And, you know, this is what they've talked about is the second to last Pirates movie. And so, you know, doing this really shakes up how it happens. Another thing is and Tyler and I will talk about this more, I just kind of want to add this to help my point. I think what they're doing is they are mimicking 1, 2, and 3 again, and they're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in 2, they killed Jack, and they bring him back for 3. Right? And Tyler and I believe there's something kind of similar is going to happen in 5, but actually much, much cooler if it happens. And so it would make sense to kill Barbosa off here. Now, do I think he's going to stay dead? No. And I'm going to leave that there because we're going to talk about that in another video. Is Barbosa going to stay dead? No. But will the shock of them killing him work on us? Yes, it will. It'll be very, very, maybe it'll most likely be emotional, but it'll be a big shocking scene that's like, oh shoot, he's dead. Will he be brought back? Yes, he will. In my opinion, I think he'll be brought back. It would be even more bold of them to not bring him back, but I think they will. But I think Barbosa is going to meet his end in this one. He died in the first one. This is a lot like the first one. There's undead kind of elements in it with Salazar's army and crew and Barbosa and the undead pirates or the Black Pearl. The trailer just foreshadowed a lot of kind of darker scenes with kind of this reflection of Salazar and Barbosa. Barbosa was in the trailer more than Jack was. Which, you know, and like I said, Barbosa is a pirate. Salazar is hunting pirates. And another thing is, like, Will is back in this movie. And again, Tyler and I are going to talk about Will's spot and where Will fits in. But just having all these pirates being killed is definitely going to get Will's attention, considering he's the ferry from one world to the other. And so, you know, killing Barbosa makes sense for this movie. It makes it possible to bring Will back. Maybe that's how they do it. It depends on how they're going to bring Will back physically in the movie. But killing Barbosa is definitely one way. So that's what I think. I think Barbosa is going to die in this movie, but not stay dead. But I do think the effect is going to hit us, and it's going to be a big thing in this movie for sure. So what do you guys think about my theory? Do you think Barbosa is going to die? Do you think any main character is going to die? Or what big event do you think they can pull in Pirates 5 to make it be something special? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to Podcast Now, our YouTube channel, if you liked this video. Make sure you also leave a thumbs up in general if you liked it. And let me know, again, your thoughts on whatever you think. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next Pirates Theory.